Crowds for Cuba. A protest growing in size in Hialeah as South Floridians continue to show their support for the people of the island nation. The protests already having a ripple effect, leading Cuba to temporarily lift customs restrictions on certain essential goods.
But for now, demonstrators continue to take to the streets with even more demands. Local 10's Roy Ramos starts our team coverage in Hialeah. Roy.
Nicole and Calvin, we are standing right on West 49th Street, and you can see this large crowd of people gathered right here behind me. They are simply waiting for this march to begin. I want to show you exactly where they will be marching. Take a look right here. They're going to march right down the westbound lanes of 49th Street all the way to 18th Avenue, which is near the Palmetto Expressway and the Westland Mall. Hialeah police say they are going to block off this area for the safety of this group. Hundreds of protesters taking to West 49th Street and 12th Avenue in Hialeah in preparation for a march down the popular street of Hialeah, where many Cuban Americans now call home. Thursday, this group planning to march several blocks toward the Westland Mall in a show of support for the people of Cuba they say are suffering and are repressed by the communist regime that has ruled the country for decades.
Part of us are very proud of the valor of the Cuban people to stand up after 60-something years. And in another part, our heart is breaking because we know what the cost is. And again, we hope that bloodshed is not in vain.
Hialeah Mayor Carlos Hernandez joining the group he said is passionate. The group of hundreds calling for the U.S. to intervene and help Cuba free its people.
We wanted to make sure that it was done in a proper, safe manner. Organic. Again, this happened through the internet. And again, we're going to make sure that it's done correctly.
But this is now day 5 of the protests we have seen happening all across the state. Protesters I spoke with who still have family living on the island nation say they will stop only when there is change and the dictatorship has fallen. And what do we hope to accomplish by all of these protests?
For Cuba to be free, just like we are.
And as we come back out live, you can see this group standing right here on West 49th Street and 12th Avenue. They expect to march in about 30 minutes or so. When they do, we will be right there with them. Again, Hialeah police blocking off this entire area for their safety. The message has remained the same at every protest that we have covered. They are calling Patria y Vida, meaning country and life, and Libertad, freedom, a free Cuba. That is what they want to see. For now, here in Hialeah, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.